Top Fuel winner Tony Schumacher joins us now. I gave you an extra one because I couldn't read my own stupid notes, but your 74th career win, second on the season. We talked in Phoenix about how these things are getting tougher to come by now with the level of competition, and today was, well, what's your word for it?
Stout, just intense, and you know, like I said earlier, and the fans that paid good money to go to a drag race got the best show I've seen this year. It was just outstanding racing, and we were looking back, and according to the stats, we get past second round. We've won every race if we get past second round. That's how bad we've done all the rest of the races. You know, I mean, I've won 2 races, put it into perspective. You know, it's, but that being said, it's a good luck thing. I've always said it's cyclical. When you go up and down, and right now we're up, and we're up at the right time, man. It's outstanding. And we're going to Chicago, my home race next. We're going to go to Ohio. We're going to hit the Western Swing, and we're going to come into, you know, my favorite place of all with Brainerd and Indy and man in the countdown. So we've been working hard, and the fans, I almost feel bad. It's just we haven't given them the Army car that they're used to seeing. You know, we haven't performed, but we as a team understand what we're going through. We know what we're trying to do. We know the goal is to make the 6-disc clutch work. It's very difficult. You see Alan Johnson, you can see a lot of guys struggling with it. Guys that are very, very smart, but on the other side of it is when we get it to work, if we just push through these hard times, it's going to be amazing. It's something we need to do. It's necessary, and we're going to start winning with it.
How special is it that your son Michael's here?
Oh, it's fantastic. Not only is he here, but he won. We went down and we played in New York at Cooperstown, and I flew in from Bristol, got to watch him play baseball there, and their team in Buffalo Grove, they went out, the Bearcats, and they won. They've never won before. They've never won more than 2 games, and they went out and won the whole thing, championship. He's got a trophy about this big, bigger than anything I've ever won, but I'm just saying. I just stack mine up. I win.
You made a comment earlier about the fact that now you've won here. There's one track left that you haven't, is Atlanta. Where's that on your priority list? I know you don't get a chance to do it until next year, but is that like the big gaping hole in your resume?
You know, I'd like to have that. It'd just be really cool. Of all the records we've set, and we've set everything there is, that's the one that's out there. You know, it's the one we haven't done yet, and been in the finals there a lot. I think I've lost by hole shots a couple times there. Had a great race car, had a good light. Just people step up and run good against the Army car. It's what they do, and I'd like to win it. I'd like to win it just to have that close. But, you know, I mean, in reality, NHRA is doing a great job opening tracks like this one, bringing new tracks to the circuit. So I may never have them all won. I mean, we may keep opening new ones, and if fans keep coming, and you know, I'd love to see one come up in Austin. I'd really like to see one in Austin, Texas. Just a great place. And we'll start to see races in different areas, you know. So we leave. I think my guys joke about it all the time. They said, you know, for years you talked about retiring, which I'm not going to do for a long time, but they said if you win Atlanta, you're gonna have nothing left. So I think they're keeping it out there and smoking the tires on purpose for me, so I don't get that check off the list. But great car, glad the timing's perfect, and you know, even last week and the week before, we've been getting it. I mean, we're right there. We've had some bad breaks, and today we had some good ones.
Ron Capps wins in front of you. So you know your dad is going to visit the winner's circle. Does that put more pressure on you, take pressure off, or is it completely ignored from your team standpoint?
I want to win. You know, when you see, I mean, I'm on his plane going home, so I got to stay at the winner's circle anyways. I hate to watch them. I mean, not that I'd like to watch them, but I'd like to be there with them, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a great time, stay late, and it's been a long time since both of us have stayed late and had to pose for pictures. And the fans here, man, God, just unbelievable. They packed in. The people are so polite. They got cool accents, like they say "park the car," just different. You know, you don't understand what they're saying. Like, what? You get out the car at the end, and you got to park it before you get out. What? But it's just it's a great place down here. I love it. You know, I'm a big Blackhawk fan, and last year we got to watch Blackhawks and Boston battle it out. It was fantastic. I mean, 2 of the original 6 teams. You can't ask for too much more coming out to New England Dragway, and awesome crowd. Just happy as could be.
Tony, how much of this so-called struggles that teams such as yours and Al Anabi have had is just a matter of you guys trying stuff you can't try in the countdown?
Well, I mean, that's always out there. We got to find a way to win the countdown. We got to find a way. And, you know, running old stuff, it's just not going to work. You're going to win a race or two. Antron's proven it. I mean, they're still using 05 disc clutch, and they're going right down the track, and they're as tough as any team out there. Second in the points, and they're brutal and hard to beat. But it's going to end eventually. Eventually, you're going to need that thing, and we're going to be ahead of it. I think that's what we've been trying to force the issue. Rather than running 5 discs, winning races, testing on Monday, we've really spent a lot of time forcing it, trying to get it through, and it's cost us some races. I haven't driven my best. I've got, you look at the stats, I have a good consistent light, 60 light, 60 light, 60 light, and the people that race against me have 30s and 40s, and then go on and run 70 lights the next round. So these guys step it up against me. I really appreciate that. I mean, it means we're doing something right where these guys go out and have their best lights against me, but it also costs me a lot of races. I'm pretty good at knowing who I'm racing, knowing when I have to rise to the occasion. These guys they're kicking my butt. I got to get on an airplane with my dad every day, and he's, and he says, when are you going to go a little faster? And I figured out how to do it. You just roll the car in a little deeper, and then you can leave on anybody. But, they're tough. Competition's better. Fans are getting their money's worth. The class is tighter than I've ever seen it. And not only in Top Fuel, Funny Car, Pro Stock, Bike, they're all running good, man. It's awesome.
You brought up reaction time. Let's talk about the second round. You came pretty close to giving that away.
No, I didn't. Everyone's like, dude, you guessed. I went, no, let me explain how this works. I prayed. I said, I need a miracle because Antron's going to spank me like a circus monkey. God, you drive for me. I'm going to sit in the car, and I'm going to hold the steering wheel, and you just go when you want. And he did. And he was perfect. He was on time because you can't really beat it. You're not going to beat him. He's pretty good. And I held on. And I got to the finish line, and everyone got out and said, you guessed. And I went, I didn't even push the pedal down. He did. But see, you can't say that on TV because then they think you're weird. So
you're saying God likes you more than Antron Brown?
No, I'm saying God liked me on that particular run more than Antron Brown. He's already out in the lead.
Anything else for Tony?
Just the same question I asked Ron. The side-by-side racing for fans is great. How is it for you guys, and what does it say about the track?
How's it for you? You're a fan. You said earlier. You said I don't know if I'm a fan or a worker this weekend. It's what it is, man. Kids, listen to me. Nobody hopes for an easy race. Nobody hopes for an easy ball game. You hope that it's the most difficult and you pull it off because you gather a group of people that are so good they can do it. That's what life's about. It's bad to be on the losing end of that, but see, your teachers back at home are telling you that everybody wins and you all get trophies. No. Go ask Coletta where his trophy is. Go ask me where my trophy is last week. They didn't give it to me. You got to earn them. You got to win them, and you got to dig deep to win them. And I think races like this, where you do earn them like that, they're way more gratifying than the easy ones. In the old days, we were the only car running good. We had a great car. We won 15 races in a year. Everyone else was pretty good, and they were fighting for second. Now we have no idea. I mean, Coletta's running fantastic, but any one of us can be beat on any day, and it makes you rise up in the seat, makes the fans enjoy the race, makes the teams enjoy the wins, and it makes it gratifying. That trophy will sit on my shelf as proud as any one of them because we beat Coletta in the finals, in Antron's second round, and nothing was easy. We woke up this morning 8th and 9th. I had to run, a guy that was thousandths of a second away from me, and it made me drive from the beginning of the day as well as I've ever driven. I had to do that to win.
So, Tony, in that regard, do you agree with Ron Capps' assertion that this weekend was a character builder for a lot of people going to the championship?
Man, I've had a lot of character builders. I've lived that moment so many times, and it makes it so easy because I do 200 speeches a year for kids, and it's true. You surround yourself with great people, fight to get into that moment, but nobody dreams of bottom of the ninth and you're winning by 15. You dream of bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, you're losing by a couple and you're up. And you have that chance. It's a gifted chance, man. It's one of those awesome moments that you got, that we wake up sweating and we're dreaming. We're part of something great. That's what we got right now. We have to drive better because me and Caps, we're getting older, man. There's young guys out there, they practice a lot more than us, man. We're fishing and he's out in Palooza, whatever, doing his stuff. I mean, these guys are doing great. It makes us have to figure out and be better than we ever were. I mean, there was a time we didn't have to be great. We had a fast car. Now we all have to be great every day to win a race.